You guys finish up your regular season road schedule and get a win, get ready for a big one on Saturday. But talk about over the weekend as the winning ways continue away from Rugged Bowl.
I was very pleased with our performance on Saturday. I thought it was probably our most complete game, certainly on offense and defense. We had some breakdowns in the kicking game, a low punt snap and such, a couple penalties, a blocked field goal. But offensively and defensively, we played a very solid football game. I was worried about this one going in. The second long travel, back-to-back travel weeks, with everything that goes with it, Central looming the next week, and so forth, and playing on a grass field at elevation. But credit to our players. They once again came out and performed at a very high level. And we did what we needed to do. Again, you look at their record going in, our record going in. Once again, there was no drop off, no letdown, and really proud of our defense, keeping Western State out of the end zone, giving up just the 3 points. That's 10 points over the past 2 weeks. Our defense has come a long, long ways from the start of the season to now. Coach Sachs and his staff have done a tremendous job. Our players have bought into our coaches. And it's just fun to see. That was a complete game for us.
Sure, you'd like to go to win the last time you guys played at Central Washington, but still this Saturday, final regular season game, playing for a GNAC title. Schedule-wise, couldn't have had it any better way to have it, the final regular season game at Rugged Bowl, and with so much on the line.
Well, it's everything you could ask for in a college football game, certainly. You got two good football teams, the best in the GNAC here in 2017, clearly. Okay, combined 17-1 between them, type of deal, and again, we have great respect for Central Washington. Coach Shoemaker there is a former coach of mine years ago, and it's fun to see him have the success that he has had at Central with a program that is fully committed to being the best they can be. So we're excited to match up with them on Saturday. Obviously, we were disappointed in the game we had earlier in the season at Ellensburg, but we got beat. We got beat by what was on that day a better football team. That result, though, has no bearing on this Saturday. It'll be two teams with everything to play for. Again, we're playing for a piece of the GNAC championship. We still have a shot, we believe, at playoffs as things will happen around the region on Saturday. But more importantly, it's the last game for 24 seniors, a group of kids that have meant so much to this program. You have the career leaders in so many different categories, and in addition to those career leaders, you have other players that have meant so much to this football program, and they've represented this university with nothing but class on and off the field, and that's what's most important to me on Saturday. Yes, not to diminish the championship, the potential playoff, opportunities and such, but we've got a great group of seniors that will be playing their last regular season game in the Redwood Bowl, and to me, that's what I'm looking for is to be able to see them one more time go out and do what it is they love to do with the teammates they love to do it with.
Sure, it's not the fun part of looking at game video of what happened at Central, but if I remember, Gardner wasn't able to reach the end zone. When Gardner's reaching the end zone, a lot of good things happen on this offense. What will you guys do to make sure that he can, find the end zone hopefully often?
Very simple. We got to play better. We did not play anywhere near our best in Ellensburg, and you give credit to Central Washington. Their defense won the battle up front. I think we lost the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball in the first go-around up there. So, again, we've got some very proud kids that they too watched that film, and they too were disappointed with their performance back in October. So, again, it's gonna be a different game. It really is. And then playing in front of the home fans on the Redwood Bowl, again, there's no better place, and that comes from our players. The pride they take in playing in front of the home fans, this community that supports us so well. It really is special, and like I said, it's been a lot of games that you've had the Robert Webbers and the Alex Kappas and the Jaquan Gardners, the Chase Crevichets, the Josh Hansons, the Richard Doctors, the Marjani Ellisons, the Jeff Schatz. I mean, these guys have played a lot of football here at Humboldt State because most of them are 4-year starters, and so it's rare. It's rare to have a senior class so accomplished. It's rare to have a senior class where so many of them have been part of some great seasons that we've had. You think about this team. Again, they were 8 wins in 2014, 10 wins in a second-round playoff berth, championship in 2015, 6 wins last year, and at least 8 wins this year. That's something to be very, very proud of, and I know they're excited to go out and do this one more time.
To be playing for a GNAC title, and also you think if you do win against Central, that's definitely going to boost you up in the regional rankings, get you into the playoffs. Obviously, you don't control it, but it can definitely help your cause on Saturday.
No question about it, but I'm not concerned at all about the playoffs. I learned in 2011 that whether you think you're a playoff team or not, there's a mathematical formula that will be applied here in deciding the 7 teams, and our fate will be determined in part by what other teams do on the same Saturday. The one thing we control is the conference championship, and that's the one goal. We don't set a goal of going to the playoffs. We set a goal of winning the conference championship, and we have a chance to do that on Saturday. So again, as I told the players we met this morning, and I said, okay, if on August 8th, when we first came together as a football team, I said, hey, if I could tell you that on November 11th you'll be playing for a championship at Redwood Bowl, would you take that? I think most everyone would. So we're excited to play a great team in Central Washington. Clearly, they've been the top dog here in the GNAC conference here in 2017, but we've got a shot to at least put our name right next to theirs with a conference championship on Saturday. So we can't wait.
You've had the task this season to keep the guys focused. There's been a lot going on away from the field. This might be the last home game ever for Humboldt State football, and hopefully, certainly, that it's not. But have you talked to the guys? What's the focus? I mean, especially keeping them focused on such a game, but knowing that this might be it.
Well, first of all, I'm so proud of this group for holding it together the way they have. They have remained focused on each Saturday that we've had. I credit our seniors and the leadership that they have provided for that. This has not been easy. Again, every time you pick up the paper, and I'm sure they've got friends and family, that are asking them questions that we don't have answers to right now. Our focus from day one is we're gonna focus on 2017. We're gonna be the best football team we can this season, and that's what we talked about when this news first broke, when we were down getting ready to play Azusa Pacific, and our players they're concerned. Obviously, the underclassmen are very concerned with where things are at, but we haven't allowed it to impact our preparation or our focus. It's even maybe provided some motivation in some ways, but it has been difficult, absolutely. And I think all credit goes to these kids for what they have done and how they have held it together under, again, circumstances that they have no control over. And frustrating, yes, but we get a chance to go play one more time on Saturday. We're excited to do that.
Yeah, Coach, I know that you have stayed away from looking at the total, how much money's been raised, and kind of sticking away from that and focused more on the on-field operations. But will there be a point where you start to, hey, you have to start focusing on, what is next? Will there be football here, or will there not be football here?
Again, it's the responsibility of this university to make a decision and let us know soon of that decision. All right? These kids want to continue, those kids with eligibility remaining, they want to continue to play. And if that's not at Humboldt State, then we have a responsibility to assist them in every way possible. And the longer they put off this decision, the more difficult it becomes for these kids to transfer to another university and be ready to play, get involved in their winter conditioning and their spring practice. There's a lot of things at play here, and I'll tell you, as all this is played out, I think the forgotten individuals are these underclassmen on our football team who have had their lives turned upside down, who made a commitment to a university that, in my opinion, has not returned that commitment. So we, again, once this season is done, whatever that is, if it's Saturday or Sunday, then Monday I'll start doing all that I can to help these players in preparing for their future, wherever that may be.
And Coach, can I ask you this question? Are you able to recruit right now?
I am not recruiting right now. That's a decision that really I have made. I had a conversation a month or so ago with the athletic director, and I asked him that question: what should we do about recruiting? And the suggestion was, well, you can recruit, but you should tell them. I said, I can't do that. I'm not going to lie to kids. All right, and so based on the letter that the president sent out last winter, that nothing, no decisions, and no commitments could be made until November, I believe it was. I just made that we're not going to go out there and lie to kids, and I got to believe in what I'm selling. And if I can't do that, then what's the point? And right now, I'm having a difficult time believing in and selling this university.
Like, one last question. Saturday big game. What can you say to get Red Bull, get everybody out here on Saturday?
Well, this very easily could be the last Saturday in the Redwood Bowl. Okay, but put that aside. We're playing for a championship. We're on national television. We've got 24 seniors that are great young men, have accomplished so much here at Humboldt State, and regardless of what the future holds, let's focus on this Saturday, and let's do it for these kids. Let's do it for the Robert Webbers, the Chase Crevichets, the Jaquan Gardners, the Alex Kappas, the Josh Hansons, and all these young men that have meant so much to this university, this community, and have done so much in their 4 or 5 years playing at Humboldt State. Let's make Saturday about them.
Back on the field, 3 guys who didn't play last week: John Todd, Jared Lyle,